Alright, what's up guys? In today's video, we will be discussing why looksmaxing won't get you more girls. Now, what prompted me to make this video is the increase in popularity of this concept known as looksmaxing, and more specifically, this really popular Twitch streamer, YouTuber, Kick streamer, TikToker named Clavicular. I was watching some of his content, and I could notice two things. One, he is pretty handsome. Two, he's really bad with women despite being handsome. Okay, like he's extremely bad with women, and I this resulted in me going down a rabbit hole and looking at more looksmaxers. And a common theme I noticed was that a lot of them, despite being objectively handsome, are terrible with women. So this prompted this video of why looksmaxing won't get you more girls. So what is looksmaxing? Looksmaxing is just optimizing your physical appearance through various means. There's this concept known as soft maxing, which is anything that enhances your physical appearance without surgery. And then there's hard maxing, and it's optimizing your physical appearance through surgery. Okay, so that's what looks maxing is. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes. Why it won't get you more girls. So I was watching a clavicular stream, and I couldn't help but notice how socially awkward and how weird he seemed when he would talk to women. Okay, so like he would go and talk to women, and his foot would almost always be in the door, presumably because of two reasons. One, he's popular, he's high status, right? Everyone essentially knows who he is, and two, because he's handsome. All right. Now, but I couldn't help but notice when he would try to flirt with women, when he would try to pick up women, how awkward, stiff, and cringeworthy he was. Right? It's like he has terrible social skills. Like his social skills are so bad, especially with women he's trying to pick up. It's like literally uncomfortable to watch. Like there were some scenes that were uncomfortable to watch, and it's not just him. It's other looksmaxers who are objectively like pretty handsome. Literally are socially stupid. Like they're literally super uncomfortable, like socially inept, like hard to watch. It was so uncomfortable. Like if you told me that these people grew up behind a computer screen and never interacted with a woman before, I'd believe them. That's how uncomfortable and cringeworthy it is to watch some of these guys. And so essentially, what you have is you have an incongruence in appearance and in behavior. So when people see a handsome, good-looking person, a good-looking guy, they assume that he's not weird. They make certain assumptions, and one assumption will be social. At the forefront of those assumptions will be social competence, right? They're not expecting a good-looking person to be weird because good-looking people typically aren't weird. Except the thing is, good-looking people who aren't weird, in my observation, anyways, they've been good-looking their entire life. Okay, so they have good social skills because they've been talking to people their entire life, right? But when you have someone who wasn't good looking growing up and who wasn't good looking during their formative years become good looking after their formative years, there's an incongruence because their social skills don't match their looks, right? And so with a lot of these looks maxers, they have really good looks as a consequence of dedicating years to optimizing their appearance, but they're socially stupid. They're awkward, they're weird, they're strange, and that's why women recoil in effectively terror when interacting with them, because they're weird, right? And that sets off even a bigger red flag when a guy's good looking but weird. Okay, so essentially this can boil down to a lot of these looks maxers have poor social skills, but generally in my observation, guys who grew up good looking, a, they're not insecure like looks maxers, and b, they've been good looking their entire life, so they have congruent social skills. But with that being said, looks maxing does work for some guys. And the guys it does work for are for guys who grew up with average to above average social skills, right? So if a guy was normal looking and had normal to above average social skills and became exceptionally good looking after their formative years, they can get more women because they have congruent social skills that go with their new um, dignified appearance, right? So some guys, looks matching does work because their social skills match their looks. But for most of you guys in the looks maxing, especially a lot of you guys who follow these kick streamers, you probably have below average social skills realistically, especially this new generation, this Generation Z, Generation Alpha. You guys grew up behind screens. And hell, most of you didn't even go to missed a couple of years of socializing, potentially even during your formative years, as a consequence of COVID, as a consequence of a lot of things going virtual, going remote, as a consequence of sports being canceled. So if you're going to optimize your looks because you want more women, or for whatever reason, because a lot of these looksmaxers say increasing your looks is a force amplifier, it increases all aspects of your life. That's very true. But if you're going to improve your looks, if you're going to spend all this time and effort to improve your looks, you better improve your social skills too, because there's no bigger red flag than someone who's handsome, like these streamers, but socially stupid. Okay, so improve your social skills while you're improving your looks. Right. So there's lots of things you can do to improve your social skills. If you can figure out how to improve your looks, then you can figure out how to improve your social skills. Okay. There's some people who are naturally gifted. Some people have naturally better social skills. You'll never be as socially gifted as someone who's naturally charismatic and socially competent, but you can improve. That's all that matters, right? So improve your looks, improve your social skills also. All right. Otherwise, you're going to be like these kick streamers who looksmax and look really good, but women hate, or are afraid of. They're literally afraid of these guys because they're so awkward, right? So I've watched these guys try to pick up women despite being really handsome, and they just have no game whatsoever. It's remarkable how bad their game is. It's remarkable how just awkward and weird they are. So I'm begging you guys, if you're going to improve your damn looks, improve your social skills, because you do not want to be like these kick streamers. All right, you don't want to be like these looksmaxers who have really good looks but are awkward and weird. Okay. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys are interested, I offer one-on-one coaching, how to get jacked, how to bodybuild, how to become a hybrid, how to bodybuild and run long distances. Links in the bio. If y'all enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.